Genesis and Revelation. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of God the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. But the heavens and the earth which are now, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. 2 Peter 3, 5-7. Why are these two events, Noah's flood and the final destruction of the world with fire, so closely associated together by Peter? Did he know something we don't? Let's look and see. So we have here an artist's rendition of Noah's flood. We have the earth covered in water and the ark riding the waves. After the flood, after Noah and the animals had left the ark, God sent a rainbow with an important message from Noah. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood, neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you, and every living creature that is with you, for perpetual generations. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. Genesis 9:11-13. In short, God makes a covenant of life, a covenant to preserve mankind, and the rainbow is a promise or sign of the covenant. Now let's examine Revelation's fire. And they, the devil and the wicked, went up on the breadth of the earth, and compassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city, the New Jerusalem. And fire came down from God out of heaven, and devoured them. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone. Revelation 20:9-10. Notice Revelation mentions a lake of fire. Here is our lake of fire. Notice anything strange? Notice Revelation mentions a fire came down from God out of heaven. Could we call that a rain of fire, or fire rain? Here is our lake of fire with our fire rain. Still not noticing anything strange? Last thing, notice Revelation mentions the beloved city, or the New Jerusalem. Finally, here is our lake of fire with our fire rain and the New Jerusalem. Don't tell me you don't see it now. The final destruction of the earth in fire is an exact parallel of the flood with the water replaced by fire. And the New Jerusalem and the ark are equivalent. Thus the New Jerusalem is another ark. And the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third a chalcedony, the fourth an emerald, the fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth a topaz, the 10th a chrysoprasus, the 11th a jacinth, the 12th an amethyst. Revelation 21:19-20. Noah's flood had a rainbow, but so does the final destruction of the earth in fire, the foundation of the New Jerusalem. So we have another covenant of life, but unlike a rainbow that is very fleeting, this new rainbow is a firm foundation. The New Jerusalem is built on the promise that there will be no more destruction or death, but only life eternal. But we should have known all of this all along, because the Old Testament foretold it. For this is as the waters of Noah unto me. For as I have sworn that the waters of Noah should no more go over the earth, so have I sworn that I would not be wroth with thee, nor rebuke thee. For the mountains shall depart, and the hills be removed, but my kindness shall not depart from thee, neither shall the covenant of my peace be removed, saith the Lord that hath mercy on thee. O thou afflicted, tossed with tempest, and not comforted. Behold, I will lay thy stones with fair colours, and lay thy foundations with sapphires. And I will make thy windows of agates, and thy gates of carbuncles, and all thy borders of pleasant stones. Isaiah 54:9-12.